Let's Play on my channel of this beautiful city. Except for that part. Not that part of the city. Last episode, we had a really exciting time because what we did is we built this railroad. We brought this in all the way from up there and brought it down. You can see the rail bridge that we brought it in, and then it comes out through a tunnel. It comes out right next to the Opera House, which is up on a hill. And we also last time looked a little bit in here and we expanded some of the office areas. But you can see at the bottom that we are still just swamped in demand for industrial space and offices. And so we're going to, today, on this episode of the Let's Play, we're going to do a couple of things. First, we're going to focus on building this area of the map up. It's pretty important. We've been really building up to it. I think that we can probably add some sort of tourist district here, given that we have the train station. And the other thing that we're going to be doing today is building a harbor. We've been talking about building a harbor for a while, and we can actually do it down here. So really looking forward to this. We may actually even bring a train down there just for good measure to really connect the whole system together and see how that works. But for right now, we're going to start with this neighborhood and meeting some of this demand. I think we're going to start first by just gridding some of this off. Since we're thinking about doing a I guess that's already occupied. I need to move this park. Here we go. But since we're thinking about doing sort of a touristy area down here, I think it's important that we're actually using the space to the best of its abilities. So that shouldn't be too hard. We do already have some grids right here that we can connect to, and that should give us a lot of space to add for some of this demand. So what we're also going to do is we're going to get rid of these homes. As beautiful as their view used to be, I think that they've had it too good for too long, and we're going to be transitioning this neighborhood. I think this house right here, those guys, they're very lucky. They're very lucky right now because they're not getting deleted. But we're going to start by adding just a huge block of office space, and we're going to see how this goes down here. So hopefully we can get some good density on this. The other thing that we need to consider with this right here is that this no longer needs to be low density. Since we're really just embracing that this area is going to have a lot of buildings, it doesn't make sense to have small single family or multi-family units. We really need to have bigger apartment buildings. We are going to bring a road in so that we can bring some traffic in, but I don't think it's going to go all the way. I mean, maybe it could. That's probably not too bad. And just make sure that we have some water here. We do, because we planned ahead. This is why planning ahead is amazing. But we haven't made it all the way down here yet. So let's just bring 1 and 2 and 3, and that should give us hopefully enough to start adding a harbor down here. Now, since we're going to be bringing a train station down, we're also going to need to consider how that's going to interact with this road here. We may end up making a bridge to go over the train tracks. We don't really want it interacting with traffic too much, especially in a busy district of the city. So we're going to have to figure out what that's going to look like, but I think our first step is just figuring out where exactly we can place this harbor. Now, harbor is going to cost us $80,000 $1,500. So this is pretty big. It also has a big upkeep per week of $1,600. It does create noise pollution, so you don't necessarily want it around your residential, and it does need to be on water and require electricity. So let's see what we can do, though. We do have a whole waterfront. How far up can we get it? There? Maybe right here, just on the point of the land there. There we go. Beautiful. It does need some electricity. We can run some power lines over here just temporarily. We'll get rid of them as soon as we're able to fill in the whole space here with zones and buildings and things. But for now, we do need a way for people to get down here, and I think that's where a curved path is going to come into play. We do have a very beautiful, I guess, shoreline, or I would not call this a beach by any means, but I would. It is bank, I guess. It's like the bank of a river, but it's quite pretty, and I would like to make sure that our city accentuates that. So it's not the straightest of connections, but I think it will do. This is saying it. Oh man, we were so close. We were so close. But there we go. So we do have some water. It has some power, and we should start to bring people in pretty soon. We are going to add just a little bus route that goes to the ferry, because we want people to be able to get off at that ferry and come enjoy the city without ever having to set foot in a car. So I think we'll just go straight down the main thoroughfare here. Maybe what we can do is go through the downtown area here and then take the freeway over here. So we'll just get off, come straight in. Oh, I kind of wish if we move that. It's not letting me move it. Oh, all right. What can we do? So we want to go through down here. So we should be able to do that. Looks like there's no buses going this way anyway, so that's going to be good. And catch up with this line, and something I've been really excited to do with a bus is actually take one down this sort of frontage road that we created really early on in the Let's Play. But if we bring this back here along that frontage road, we should be able to connect it right there to complete the line. And that should hit up most areas of the city. So now it's connected to our public transit. Hopefully we'll get some ships coming into the city soon. So now let's think about how we're gonna get the rail down here. So we already have a road, and that means that we can just plop down one of these stations. Unfortunately, it looks like the slope here is too steep. I was worried about something like that. We can maybe create a piece of road up here that's, you know, maybe it's not too steep here. Yeah, so we can do something there really easily. And then just connect these. Maybe. Here we go. Out this way, and then back down. There we go. Okay, so that will be a loop like that, and then we're just gonna bring it down and connect it back so that we do actually have a loop. Okay, so basically we have the harbor right there. People can come in. They can also just pick up people from the train station, or you can easily transfer between the two in case, for example, you're staying all the way on the other side of the city. You may want to just hop on the train and take it right into downtown. So that should be really fun, but we do need to find a way to connect these. As a reminder, we're thinking about building out this whole space with cities. So if we're bringing a railway through, it does worry me a bit about what we can expect, but I think that's probably the reason that we'll take it down into a tunnel, honestly. So it is down there, and we'll just fill this road back in while we're here. I'm hoping... Well... I'm so close. And yet so far, because that's not going to connect. There's no way that that's going to connect. What can I do here? What if I start this way? I could also do something, something like this, like a little curve. Let's do this. Let's bring it out one, and then up one. And then just do the same thing over here. And there. So we don't necessarily connect it directly, but there is a way for traffic to get around, and it sort of creates an interesting shape, I think. If we bring this with just a straight road, we can sort of maximize our usage of the space there. I mean... Would you ride that train? Or would that be just a little scary? I guess... I don't know, we'll leave it for now. If it really bothers us, then we can come back later and work on it. But let's put a little bit of commercial in here and see if anyone bites, because we do have a little bit of commercial demand right now. So this is going to be a route that a lot of people are going to be driving, especially going to and from the ferry. It does have a bus route that goes right along it, and so I think that that's going to be something that people are going to be really interested in. Let's pick up this railroad and have it drop down into a tunnel as well. And we're just going to use some curvy paths. Since it's underground, it's not a big deal, but we do want to try and create some nice lines, or at least as nice as we can. That's going to be a little bit of a sharp turn, but luckily it is below the ground, so we don't actually see it, but we do get to see this right here. And there it is. That's our harbor and our new train station. And there's a boat. That's exciting. Where are you going, little boat? Let's see where he goes. Can I follow it? Looks like... See you later, boat. How exciting. is that. That's our first ship. I haven't seen any issues with traffic, but, you know, it was just our first one. And it looks like people are already moving in over here. So this is not as pretty as I'd like it to be. I would love for this to be greener. I would love for these pathways to be a little bit cleaner. This doesn't need to be a tunnel, for example. I mean, it is on a hillside. It is a big hill when you start to look at this. So putting pedestrians around, or pedestrian paths around here, is fairly difficult, but I think it's something that we could do, and that would really make this just a crown jewel for the city. So this is gonna turn out to be a wonderful neighborhood. Really excited to see what that looks like as we continue to grow our city. But this whole area does seem to be coming along quite nicely. We have built up our harbor, and we've extended the railway all the way through the town. We do have the option of building a subway. So we don't have any subway lines yet. We could use this downtown. We could connect it to the rails, so we could really just have a robust public transit system, and I think that that would be really fun for the next video. So at this point, I think we've reached the end. It's been a fantastic journey, though. We've been able to build this harbor and bring the railroad in, and there's more boats even. Really exciting. Anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed the episode. I stream occasionally on this channel, and then I upload the videos later onto the channel. So subscribe if you'd like to see more of these videos. Hit the like button, because it does help people find and view these videos, and I think that would be really great if we could get some people on here and discuss what's going on. So let me know what you think in the comments down below, and until next time, I'm Grishno, and I'll see you later.